Yo, what's up, everybody? This Trey. Got a really good video for you today. This is gonna be a good one. I'm gonna spill the tea and get a cheat codes and spill the beans today. Like I said, we're gonna hang out. We're just gonna talk. I'm gonna be real with you. I know I'd like to be real and tell you how it is. Like I said, been coding for over 10 years easy. But yeah, like I said, through these questions, I get these questions a lot from a lot of people. I probably say since I've been in tech, especially since I've been in cybersecurity and AI stuff. All right. So the first question is, how did you get into cybersecurity without certs and degrees? So I knew even back in the days, the early coding days, because I saw people online, they were talking about certs and degrees. I'm like, I'm not going to college. I'm not wasting my money on this stuff. Now, there's nothing wrong with going to college and certification, but to me, how my mind works, man, it's pretty much a scam. It's a money grab. And that's how I feel about it. So I knew projects and experience was the key. Well, how do you get experience without experience having a job? You do projects and you get free stuff away to companies. So what I would do when I started out in web development, I would go online and see what companies had trash or ugly websites and stuff. And then I had like so many templates. I would just put their information in and send them free screenshots and put it on free hosting websites and send them an email or whatever. Or if I was going to the shop, I show it to them. Bro, most of the time, they took it. Whether it was $200 or $500, and I'll put them on a little $200-300 monthly retainer fee. So I done made about $1,500. I ain't spending nothing but an hour. So if I got about 20, 30, 40 of those, I'm good. So projects over certs and degrees any day, anytime. That's just what it is. Because if that wasn't the case, think about this, people. All these people got all these certs and all these degrees, they will have jobs. People be beating down the doors, giving them jobs. So I knew that wasn't gonna be my route. So I just wanted to be a glitch in the matrix. I like to be a glitch in the matrix. But like I said, there is nothing wrong with getting certs and degrees. They just ain't for me, you know. And I'm do something better with my money. All right, next question. What exact step did you take when you first started out? Projects. All right, so in the beginning, people be like, because I had this question many times. Be like, well, it was easy for you to get into tech because you already had experience. I'm gonna tell y'all the backstory, because companies do not care. If you're not doing that particular thing or using that particular tool, they do not care. They won't hire you. So I was doing web development. I used to be this. I was a web developer, IT guy for this billionaire. If I were to say the company and probably name, I was his personal bodyguard. I was his web developer, IT guy. We used to travel the world, going on missionary trips, feeding homeless, handing out Bibles all over the world. But like I said, I still had my day job in the US, my developer stuff, and I was doing all his web development and security stuff. So I was pretty much doing web, full stack web development, IT, vulnerability management, GRC analyst, but it was more of a web-based web app security side of things. It wasn't assets like servers and VM machines and stuff like that. So that's how I got into that. And then I went over into red team because people was always trying to hack us everywhere we would go, every country. So I had to learn how to secure our website, secure our internet, secure our little servers and stuff like that, and how to stop hacking. So I had to kind of become a red team member to kind of see what they was doing to learn how to stop the hackers. So that's why you see Hacker 1 on my on my resume, and I don't even get half of my jobs on my LinkedIn, and I'm not gonna put them on there because people be weird, people be dousing people, people be calling people old jobs, harassing people. It's all kind of weird stuff. So people like, why you want to tell me work? I'm not gonna put it on my resume. Now, when companies interview me, they get my updated resume, and I pick and choose what jobs I want to put on there. So, like I said, oh yeah, so the guy, he died in January 2024. This guy died. Man, I lost all my references. I couldn't focus. So the last 7 years, I'm just pretty much working with him, and I was doing freelance stuff, and I was making crazy money, stupid money, digital crazy money, traveling the world. Me and my wife doing it big. And so when he died, I said, all right, let me get this little well developed job, little IT job, keep doing my freelance stuff. I still was making money, but I lost all my reference, so I really couldn't get no cybersecurity because I wanted to transition over to cybersecurity. So I said, I got two options. I'm either gonna have to develop my own company, put it up on the LLC, put it up under my wife's name or my mom's name, and I'd be like the manager that run it or whatever. And so when people call my mom or my brother, somebody else, so they can vouch for me, and I got all this experience. Or I can do an internship. I knew them was gonna be the option. I was gonna do Boyd Lewis class, but I wasn't gonna get nobody no $10,000. They can kiss my butt. They ain't getting no 10 bands off me. So I was gonna do that, or I was gonna hook up with this guy named Walter O'Brien, Team Scorpion. They had $10,000 for their little meetup stuff. That was gonna be worth, but I ain't really want to spend that either. So when Josh Madacor did his internship, I knew that was the key. As soon as I first saw it, I jumped on it immediately. Not immediately, immediately. I jumped on it because I knew the internship was going to be key. Then when Josh told us, hey, you don't have to put internship. You can put whatever you want to put on your resume. You can put whatever you want to put on your LinkedIn profile. You just need to be able to talk to it. I said, ooh, it's over. It's game over. I'm going to take over the game. I'm taking over the game. It's over. Put me in, coach. Put me in. So I marched through his course. I went through it, vulnerability management. Like I said, I was already caught up on GRC engineering stuff. I mean, not GRC engineering, GRC analyst. Then I got, like I said, vulnerability management. I got good at threat hunting because I ain't know nothing about none of that. I ain't know nothing about SOC, threat hunting, vulnerability management. Not from an asset and enterprise and working with those tools. I knew nothing. So when I did that, I filled out probably about 500 applications. They was all easy apply. I said, well, easy apply don't work. I filled out 500 applications. I would do about 50. I would probably do about 50 to 75 a day. Just click. I didn't get not one response. I ain't even get a no. I ain't even get ice cream or nothing. All right. So I said, all right, that method don't work. That's a waste of time. So I said, all right, let me optimize my LinkedIn. Kind of make it SEO. And that's when I found out about the ATS because Josh was talking about it. And so I did that. I started getting hits. Recruiters started finding me. I started posting. I started making posts. I started making posts and stuff. I started putting stuff on my GitHub. See, look, this is all freelance stuff. I was making bread. I was doing websites for companies. I was making money. I still work for Big Boy $1 billion company. I can show y'all the company right now. $1 billion company. My code is still up to this day. I came in the company. They threw me to the wolves. They told me to revamp, update everything. I was like a code mad scientist in there. They loved me. They moved. It was nice. but I don't get them on here because they just don't want to put them on here. Then this the one with the billionaire guy. I learned so much. We saw so much crazy stuff, wild stuff. I can write a book on it. Then while I was with him, I kind of got into the red team side because people was always trying to hack us. So if you want to beat your enemies, you got to know your enemies. Now you don't have to know red hat, whatever. That was just an extra thing I did. Then, like I said, Josh Manicourt, like I still got it on here for him, like as though I work for him. Companies still hire me. They still hire me and ask me for interviews till this day. Even though I don't got nothing else on here. Think about it. They don't care about this. I got this for this doesn't equal this. They only care about this. They don't care about this. They kind of don't care about this either because I can't even prove it. Like, I can't prove this. This guy is dead. I can't prove none of this, but they don't care because they only check 2 jobs back. So they check Josh Manicourt, Logging Pacific, and whatever current job I'm working with. It's a web developer, or if I'm in school, or if I'm doing IT help desk. Do I recommend IT help desk? IT help desk, I tried it. All it is customer service. Is it going to help you get a job? No, not really. They don't care. They only care about the companies only care about the tools they care about. Like you can say vulnerability management. They use Tenable, but you use Qualys. They don't care. They only want, if they use Tenable, you better say Tenable. You better not even bring Qualys up. And it can be vice versa. Because all of them pretty much the same. Like I said. And like I said, I did posting my projects. They was on the demos. Just doing demos of what I created. I didn't go into no full teacher mode, yada this, yada. Like I said, and y'all can copy any of this. Like I said, it's mostly Agentic AI, GRC engineer, vulnerability management. Vulnerability management. I don't really have no 300 stuff for here. It's like it's GRC engineering, AI stuff. I get jobs for this stuff somebody trying to hire me every day, literally every day, all day long, at least 10 times a day, 40 times a week. For just AI. We're not even talking about cybersecurity. Cybersecurity, I get anywhere about I get about 5 to 7 companies trying to contact me about cybersecurity. So that tells me where the market is going. Listen, people can think whatever they want to think about AI. I don't like AI, but I use it. It's making me a lot of money. I wish AI was never invented, but since it is invented, I'm going to get my bag. I'm going to get my money, and you better get yours too. Because, I don't know how long it'll be, folks, Skynet or the Terminator, AI take over AGI. I just know the stuff I do at work, I can replace any job in the field. If it's a digital and it's done on the computer, I can replace that job and do it and replace about 30, 40 people and have 1 or 2 guys doing the job of 30, 40 people. People say, well, AI is not going to take jobs. It's going to create more jobs. We can't even get, how's this going to create jobs? People don't even want to know how to learn how to code. People don't want to go look for jobs. People don't want to do resumes. People don't want to do projects in GitHub. So what jobs is it creating it for? People too lazy to even do the job they doing. So who gonna have these jobs that everybody talking about AI is gonna create? You know, they can't answer because they know it right. They just laugh. Like, yeah, you're right. If they can't do this over here, they not gonna do that over there. There's people out here, they gonna apply themselves. People that got coding background, they got advantage. But you don't have to be like some kind of savant or IQ 150 to learn how to code. The best way to learn how to code is doing projects. I got the 40 Agentic AI projects source code right here. People need to take advantage of it because it's $99 for all 40 right now. But once I get to free people, I'm going up. Because I'm gonna have so much stuff in here, it's gonna be just crazy. This is gonna be like the source to come to when AI just get nuts. Because there really ain't no place to go that's teaching AI and you can get your hands on working source code. Because that's how you're gonna really learn. Any coder can tell you. You really don't know what you're doing until you work at a job and you see real code and you gotta comb through it and debug and see what's going on. That's when you're gonna learn how to code. You'll be like, man, I did all them functions and the loops and arrays and it didn't do nothing. I had to learn how to read through the code and debug. And so yeah. Like I said, I ain't trying to sell you nothing. I asked one of my partners today. I said, bro, you've been in tech for a minute. I said, how many free courses that you have took that you remember that helped you get your job? I said, please send me that free course that helped you get a job, help you make hundreds of thousands of dollars that you remember. Send me that free course right now. He said, there ain't no free courses that's gonna help you really get a job. Most of them free courses, it's all fluff. It's really fluff. Pay what you weigh, put your money where your mouth is, invest in yourself, stop being cheap. We waste money on so much garbage stuff. I see people, they be crying. I don't want to spend $99 or $50. Like on Josh's course, people was crying. Josh, you need to bring down the price. I said, Josh, you better not bring down that price. I said, you giving this thing away and people still complaining and crying. I said, forget them, bro. I said, people just want something for free. They leeching. They leeching, bro. I said, you doing the world a good service by giving away for $99. Now, I'm giving away all this for $99, which is even more crazy. You know, like I said, so yeah. Of course, I recommend out here, Josh, you're gonna need that stuff in Josh's course. Like I said, that's my boy. He taught me pretty much of the stuff I know. Like I said, but yeah. Like I said, I ain't here to sell nobody. I'm just telling you what it is. You can buy it, not buy it. It don't matter to me. I'm getting my money. I'm getting mine. I done help many people get jobs in cybersecurity that don't have certs, no degrees, never been in cybersecurity. I get, because there's so many little tips and tricks you got to know how to maneuver, what to say and what not to say. All right, let's keep going. It's good, y'all. We just hanging out. We just chopping it up. Like I said, we in the clubhouse. We just hanging out. We just keeping it real. I'm not gonna fluff you. I'm not one of these guys that's on YouTube that's out here. No, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna talk like me. I'm gonna be me. I want you to be you. You know, now we in the interview, we put our interview voice on. Our interview voice. I'm gonna give you my interview voice. If you had to start over today, what would you do first? That's my interview voice. Let's see. Would you recommend skipping certs entirely or just delay them? That's my interview voice. That's about it. And my interview voice still country. You can still hear my certain words, and companies don't care about none of that. They want to know if you can do the job, and they want you to do it right now. They're not going to train you when you get in the door. You're not going to be trained. They're going to pretty much give you the passwords and say solve all their problems and end world problems. It's just what it is, and they'll see you in a week, and they gone. All right, so would you recommend skipping certs entirely or delay them? I would say delay them once you got your job. Let the company pay for them. If they want to burn money and pay for them and you already got a job, let them pay for it. The company's happy to pay for it. So that's my take on that. But I know some people that not going to listen. They just got to get that cert. Get the cert. I made a whole thing for you where you can practice interviewing certs back and forth with this butthole AI. He gonna be hard. He gonna get you ready. Then you gonna need this for the ATS stuff. Yeah, and I'm trying to help. I'm giving y'all the tools. I wish somebody would have told me all this stuff. I had to learn it the hard way. All right, let's see. What else? We on question number 4. If you would start off today, what would you do first? If I were to start over today, man, I would take the route that I took. It was crazy Then I took that route. I started off with coding. I I guess I started off with coding, doing all the loops, and if I'm like, this ain't working. Then one of my mentors said, hey, you need to be in some kind of apprenticeship program where you actually do code. You actually get your hands on working code. I said, you know what? That's right. And that's what I did. And yeah, that's when I really started learning. So my route, there's no way around. I told one guy yesterday, I said, there's no way around not getting into some kind of coding, scripting or something. You don't have to know this stuff by heart, but there is no way of getting around it. People are going to try to dodge it for long as they can. It's not going to work. They're going to still have to come around and learn how to code. And you learn how to code by reading and going through and breaking and fixing already working source code. All right. Let's see, which is question number 4. I guess that's, can someone pivot into cybersecurity from software military? Oh yeah, that's even better. Like I said, I don't do government jobs. It's too much politics. It's too much drama. If you think the regular world got drama, the military and government jobs even more drama. And then you can't really stack no government jobs. And they gonna babysit you, and you may have to come into the office. You can maybe get your one remote job that's government, and they be looking. They be checking to see what you're doing. So that's why I don't recommend government jobs. And people really think the government is gonna take care of them, gonna have their back. Or any job, they're gonna chew you up, spit you out. Next, bring in the next one. That's how not just the government, but tech companies and companies, period. That's why I said get your money, invest, and get out. Leave the country. Like I said, I've been traveling the world for over 15 years as a digital nomad. But let's keep going. So yeah, so it'll be easier for people that's already a developer, a military, or any other field, tech, any kind of tech. Because it's stuff that you're doing at that job that's security based, and you can put that stuff on your resume. They only gonna take two. They only gonna check 2 times back. So say if you're say if you're a software developer at an old company, you was doing secure code some kind of way. You was doing security protocols some kind of way. So you can add that into your resume. So say if I'm a full stack developer, security specialist, that's what I would put. And I would have a lot of security language in there. I would have a lot of security language sprinkled in that full stack developer, that front end developer. I would have it sprinkled all through there. So when they see that, when they check with the boss, people like, they go, no. When companies call and check your ref, they're going to send them an email. They're going to ask questions. What was their position? Would you hire them again? Was they a butthole? Was they not? From 1 to 10, did they get along with people? 1 to 10, did they show up to work? Yada, yada, yada. That's it. That's all they're going to ask. They're not going to give a full talk down. Hey, I wouldn't hire Johnny because he's a butt. No. They can't even say nothing bad about you if they wanted to. It's against the law. They can't even say nothing bad about you, and they can't see how much you made. Companies can't even ask how much you make at your other company. I'm not telling you how much I made in my other company. I can't give you that. But yeah, let's keep going. I'm giving y'all the beans today. Let's see, projects. Why do you emphasize projects over certification? All right, check this out. This is me. Say if I come to an interview, I'm there, and you there, and you show up, with your 2-3 little projects. I come in, this old country black guy come in the interview, and he got 30, 40, 50 projects in his GitHub, and he can explain all of them. And you may get maybe 2 or 3. Who you think the company gonna hire? It's a no contest. And certs and degrees. I know you see all the time people online crying they can't get a job and they got every cert every degree. I saw one guy, this boy had 14 certifications. I ain't even know it was 14 certifications. So I added it up. I saw he didn't pay about $5,000 for that. I was mad just thinking about spending $5,000 on certification like that. But yeah. So that's my thing over there. And projects it's gonna re-emphasize you can actually do the work. Well, some people just copy your, yeah, people, they free to copy all my GitHub projects. I don't care. Just know how to speak to them and speak about them and speak to them and speak about them and stuff. I don't care. Like I said, like I did this course right here. I didn't feel like doing the project, so I knew somebody had done the project online. So I checked GitHub and some free people name came up, and I copied the projects. And I read through this so many times, I knew the project back and forth. I can talk it without even looking at it. All these, same thing with this, same thing with this, same thing with the GRC engineer stuff. Like I said, yeah, let's see. All right, let's keep going. What kind of projects actually matter? Projects, tools that companies actually use. Projects companies don't use, they don't care about them. They don't. Like this a SOC analyst, Agentic AI. That's a vulnerability management AI. Companies see this at all. This guy can integrate jobs and roles with AI and GRC. He can do audits on GRC. Oh, AWS, GRC engineer. What? And they just start going crazy and mind blown. So yeah. So AWS, like I don't really put open source tools. I don't really waste my time on open source tools unless I'm doing it for myself or a client that don't really got money. Then yeah, I do it that way. But for the most part, it's gonna be some kind of enterprise tool. And for all the projects here, they done in Python and React. Companies use React and Python. So when the person learn these stuff or all this stuff, you're pretty much a React developer, Python developer, AI developer. You know all this stuff. So you getting a job and stacking jobs is nothing. It's like taking candy from a baby. All right, let's see. It's copying projects from GitHub, cheating and learning. Cheat codes. I love cheat codes. I don't care about nobody copying my projects or me copying their project. As long as you can speak to the project and you can own it and you can act like and talk like it's yours, you can walk somebody through it. Cool, go for it. Cool with me. People try to act like they just angels out here. I'm an angel. I do no wrong. Man, please. Man, please. You better get your money. Like I said. Well, money's not everything. Well, if money's not everything, go get a job. Give me your paycheck and I give you barely enough just to live if money's not everything. Oh, that changes everything. Because I don't work for free. I got a family to take care of. I know you don't work for free. Some people say money's not everything. Man, money gonna help me live a good life. I don't love money. Money is a tool for I can help myself and help other people. So that's how I look at money. I don't love money. Man, if it was up to me, I wish none of this stuff was. I wish it was back in the old days where we just farm and hang out and have a good time. And yeah, and take care of each other and chill out. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going, people. We having a good time. We going good. How do you explain projects in an interview if you don't have job experience? All right, so the cyber range, it knocks all that out. The internship stuff. You don't have to put internship. And Josh is cool with this. I never did put internship on here. I never did put internship on my resume. Never. Josh was cool. He didn't cause. If they call me Trevina, I'm gonna say you're an intern. No, he don't care about that. He already said it. People still do it because they just scared. They want to be so honest. They want to do everything right. Listen, these companies do not care. Why should I care? Yeah. Let's keep going, people. We having fun. We just having fun. We hanging out. It's Uncle Trevino, Uncle Trey here. Grandma, my wife like to call me Grandpa. I call her Grandpa when I need some good wisdom. She like to call me Grandpa when she needs some good wisdom. I got a few gray hair on my head, almost my own. My whole hair white. I'm like one of them white mountain seafood kung fu monks that got all the white hair. That's almost me. I'm only 43. I still got a baby face though. Still got my baby fine, shiny, handsome face. But all right, let's keep going. All right. Oh yeah, how to explain the projects. So pretty much, oh yeah. So I explain Josh Manicore Login Pacific as a hosting company if they ask. When I get in the interview, I try to control the interview. I don't let them ask me no questions. I try to answer all their questions before they can ask them. I got a whole framework on that. I try to answer all their questions before they ask them. When I come into an interview, I'm asking them, what are their pain points? Why are they hiring for the position? What tools they using? What they got going on? What they want to see by hiring for this job? I'm asking them. So when I start talking, I'm going to hit every pain point and I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to share my projects, me solving their pain points right there on the spot. So if I already took a 15, 20 minutes of their time. The interview almost over. And I have answered every question on their list. They blown away. Because most of the time they're in this boring meeting back and forth. These lame people that don't know what they talking about. And they're going back and forth. But I come in there like this. They're like, yep, hired. Bring him in. Bring him in, Jumbo. Bring him in, Jimmy. Bring him in. He's hired. Get him in here right now for somebody else take him. And that's what you want to do. But if you coming out timid and you're not asking the question, trying to see what the job is, what the position, what the culture's like, because the main thing you want to see, what are their pain points? Why are they hiring for this job? What tools they use? How they like to do things? What they looking for? That's what you want to know. Then you're gonna regurgitate and spit that back at them, spit fire. And every project, these GRC engineers, so they lined up. This is 300 stuff. This is vulnerability management stuff. So that I got those any possible scenario can happen. Any 300, even though I don't even do stuff for this no more. Yeah, it's full SAM. So I'm mostly here and here now. I do a little vulnerability management, GRC engineering. Yeah, GRC analyst. Yeah. All right, let's see. What else we got? All right. Where we on question number 9. Oh yeah, not like I said, yeah. I just walk them through the project. I just talk them through it like we doing a walkthrough, straight tutorial. Like I'm talking about, I walk them straight through it, how I would do it at work. Because I done read these so many times, I don't even have to look at them. I'm like, I pull them up. Do I ask them to share? Can I share my screen? Nope, I don't ask them. I said, all right, I'm going to share my screen. Click, click, click. I'm sharing my screen. I don't care if they asking me, not asking me. I don't even care about none of that. I'm sharing my screen. And they finna take this presentation. They finna hire me. And it's just that on that. All right. How do you explain? Okay, we actually did on number 10. How many projects is enough projects to start applying for jobs? All right, I would tell anybody, challenge yourself. Do one project a day. It's easy to do one project a day. It's really easy to do one project a day. Whether it's cybersecurity stuff. Now you guys got the 40 Agentic AI projects in 40 days and 40 nights. You got the source code. You can get the source code running in 5 minutes. All you got to do is put it in the file. I like to use Google Anti-Gravity IDE. Go to the chat box to say run everything. Enter. It's gonna load up everything. You're gonna put your API key in. You are going off to the races. Now, if you were to study and have ChatGPT break down each one of those projects for 30 days straight, You can talk on 30 agentic AI projects in 30 days and 30 nights. You're not going to have no competition. Zero competition. Zero. Well, if everybody's getting out there do it, they're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. I know most of the people out here, you may have 1,200 members, and this most groups. 1,200 paying members, only maybe 100 show up a month. Half of them never sign in or log in. That's your competition. There is no, you have no competition, people. The biggest competition you got is you. You the biggest competition for yourself. You got to outbeat that gal or that guy that's yesterday. That's your mission if you so choose. Dun, 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 dun. All right, let's go. Let's see. So I would say, how many projects is enough? Realistically, most people ain't gonna be so extreme as me. I'm kind of extreme. I would say a good 7. At least have 10 in there. But if you come with 30, people gonna start looking. Cause what's crazy, a lot of these companies, they be lurking. The companies be lurking. They're gonna do an OSync on you and see if you got any projects, you got any posts. Like, they looking before they even send you an invite. They looking and seeing if you got anything out there, any write-ups, any project. They looking. Trust me. They asking they elite Illuminati buddy friends if they high up. Hey, you know anything about Sally? Or you know anything about your real? Yeah, that Ralph, he got a smart mouth, but he'll do the job. He'll take care of for him. You pay him good, he'll take care for you, but you better not get crazy because he'll come in and get you. But yeah. Let's keep going. We having fun. But how many projects? Okay, we got that. What's the fastest path into cybersecurity right now? The fastest path right now into tech? Knowing what I know now. Go through Josh Manicore course, cybersecurity, go through all that, get that internship, get that under your belt. Then I will go wild on the Agentic AI course. Go through his course about 2-3 times, ask a lot of questions, and then come over here and go and get these 40 and start knocking them out. You can do that in 3 months. 3 months. If you already a coder, 3 months easy. You don't mind sitting up there coding all day long. It's nothing to you. It's like you ain't gonna. Most of us coders, we not gonna stop until we figure this code out. We don't care. We will think day in and day night until we get this code fixed and get it running. We gonna research and pull our hair out. It's gonna be crazy. We getting it done, and that stuff help you build resilience. All right, let's keep going. All right, let's see. Why do you recommend GRC Analyst Vulnerability Management? So GRC Analyst is like, it help you understand. You pretty much the police, the law, the judge, jury. You pretty much judge, jury of the cybersecurity world without. I like GRC Analyst position because you keep your authority. You're not people don't look at you as just a little peon or the IT guy. Now you pretty much the popos. You coming in like the law, the lawyers and the judges, and people dodging you. They running. I'm trying out. He finna do an audit. He gonna be asking for evidence. So they ain't trying to have no meeting with me. They don't want no smoke because they know they gotta pass all my stuff. And then I like this because it's easy for me to stack jobs like that. It's easier for me to stack jobs because I get to make my own meetings. Vulnerability management, you can kind of do the same thing. It's a little bit more harder because if you ain't got a lot of stuff automated, it's gonna be a little time consuming. Then Agentic AI. People are like, how in the world are you able to juggle 3 jobs? Everything's automated. Literally. We use AGI work people. People can say whatever they want to say on YouTube and the media and everything. We use Agentic AI. We use AGI automation full throttle. We use it, people. We got it. It's out. You got it too. It's out there for everybody. If you were to see my ChatGTP thread versus a normal person, you'd be like, I ain't even know how that was even possible. Why nobody ain't teaching this? Because if you don't ask ChatGTP a certain way, or if you're going to say certain buzzwords, it's not going to tell you. It is not going to tell you. So AGI is for people. People can think whatever they want. I'm not here to argue about it. People think whatever they want. You know, whatever. And GRC engineering. See, I like GRC engineering because it's pretty much cloud engineering, and it helps you understand AWS and the cloud better. You know, it just does. It really helps that. It really helps you understand AWS and how this stuff works. You don't have to go from there to there. I just like it because this pay a lot of money and this pay a lot of money. This gonna normally pay anywhere between 80,000 to about 150, 80,000 to about 150, or 70,000 to about 140. Like my first job, I was getting paid $50 an hour. After about 3 months, they brought me in. They brought me in for $100 an hour for $100 an hour. Wow. You know how many hours I worked there? A week, and I'm still getting my full pay. I might work 5 hours a week, maybe. A week, not a day, a week. I can do all my work in one day. So I said, I'm finna stack and get 2 more jobs. And that's what I did. So I got a GRC analyst job, GRC engineering job, and a Agentic AI engineering job where I pretty much run the whole Agentic AI team. I don't think we pretty much do it there. I make sure the Agentic AI is secure. We pretty much vibe coding all the Agentic AI and debugging, hosting it. That's it. Nobody ain't coding nothing from scratch. Most companies not finna let you code from scratch. All right, let's keep going. Can someone go straight into cybersecurity without IT help desk? Yes. Oh yeah. You don't have to have help desk. Help desk is just a glorified customer service job. Unless you hooking up some servers and routers and that kind of stuff, IT help desk is pretty much a glorified call center. You're gonna be answering the phone. Folks gonna be talking crazy to you about how they locked out their computer. They don't know their password. They don't know how to they can't find the reset button. They don't know how to get their printer working. And yada yada. Now you got some other IT help jobs where it's more like system add. This like big boy stuff. But for the most part, most of them are customer service. I wouldn't even go that route. You can skip right over that. I like I said, I know people that no certs, they didn't do an IT help desk. They was either developers or already in QA and stuff like that. Does internship experience really count as real experience? Like I said, you're not gonna put internship on there. Josh gave you the cheat code. You can do it however you want to do it. You can do it however you want to do it. If you put internship in there, people might overlook you. Yeah, they probably is. But I don't want to lie. Well, the companies will lie to you. They'll fire you without warning. They'll furlough you without warning. They'll replace you with AI and won't care and won't lose no sleep. So why should I care about them? I'm not an angel. And I'm pretty sure none of us are. But we'll keep going. All right. Is it okay to list an internship as a regular role on LinkedIn? Yeah. Don't put your internship. Don't put it as internship. Put it as a regular job. And Josh cool with you doing whatever type. If you want to be a cloud engineer, you can put cloud engineer. If you want to be vulnerability management, you can be vulnerability management. If you want to be GIS, AI, whatever. If you want to be red team, you can be red team. You can whatever you want to do. And Josh perfectly cool with that. And he said this, and people will freak out. People will get triggered. No, Josh, you can't do that. And Josh was like, well, I'm gonna do whatever I want. I'm making $120,000 a month. I'm making money, helping people get jobs and break into security, cybersecurity, and tech world. I'm like, preach, brother. All right, let's see. What exactly is Agentic AI? Agentic AI is pretty much it's just a web app or SaaS product, and you're using LLM tools to help you do a task or a job or general AI. That's pretty much it. You're using AI, it's not just chatbots anymore. It's past chatbots. All right, that's my definition. I'm pretty sure some other kind of definition. I ain't gonna get all taken on whatever. I'm getting the bag, people. Come get the bag with me. It's enough money for everybody. How is Agentic AI different from AI tools or chatbot? They kind of the same. It just, you can do more stuff and have multiple stuff. That's really the only difference to me. How do you personally learn Agentic AI? Source code. Getting the source code, combing through it. I think this video, I kind of show people how to comb through it, but it's easy. All you do is just go in, once you get some source code, run everything, run it, and you say, all right, I want you to teach me this line by line, code for code, as if I know nothing. Don't miss no line, no code, no symbol, no word. I want you to teach me everything as if I know how to do no code and comment everything out here. And read. You're going to have to read. When you're doing code, any coder know, you're going to have to get in there and read and figure out what's going on and why is it breaking. You're going to have to read. But yep, all right, let's keep going. Let's see. Is there a real course for Agentic AI for the self-learn? Like I said, you got Josh course, the Agentic AI course he got. That's what got me started. Like I said, I remember when Josh, I just need the source code, bro. You don't have to finish the course. It's all right, I'm gonna send you the source code. I ain't gotta do the record. You don't want to? I said, nope, I don't care about you doing the record. He laughed. I said, bro, send me the source code. That's all I need. And that's what I did. Once he gave me that source code, it was curtain. It was game over. I taught myself. Because all I need is to see how it was set up, what he did. Why you think China and all these other companies and governments fight over source code? They not finna do nothing. They gonna wait till AI or Twitter do it. Then they gonna go have one of these spies go in and steal the source code. They gonna go back, they gonna dissect it like a surgical and go through it and do their version of it, make it better. Every time. Real coders know that we ain't coding nothing from scratch, and companies not gonna let you. All right, let's go. Let's keep going. Is there a real course? Okay, did that. Can a coder learn Agentic AI faster than a non-coder? Yeah, a coder gonna learn Agentic AI faster than a non-coder. But like I said, you don't really have to worry about that. A non-coder versus a coder, you pretty much a month behind. That's it. There is no competition. Did I tell you, people? There's no competition. There's zero competition, people. Zero. Yeah. So yeah, coders, people that's already know how to code and tech, they're gonna pick it up quicker. But if you don't, not into tech, don't worry. You just ask ChatGPT 100 times. A million questions. If you don't understand it, and you're gonna have to read. Yes, read. And you can tell ChatGPT it's a little audio button right here. You say, read out loud, because I don't like to read, Mr. ChatGPT, man. And it'll read it out loud for you. And you can just follow along. All right, let's see where we at. We're just hanging out. Let's see. Is there, okay, can call it on 21. What should beginners study first? Module, agent tools, key. Forget all that. Forget all that. You want to do projects. Josh got a gazillion go. If you haven't, make sure you complete that internship, and then once you're done, Josh already said, Josh sent people. There said, Josh sent people. Let's see, he got it in his course. I think it's in this one or the other one. See, he sent people say, hey, he text me say, hey, once I'm done, once go to the Trevino community. He gonna take you deeper. He got my boy over here. He got a few projects. He be doing his thing. You know, I talk to him every day. We be chatting it up, talking, hanging out. Like I said, some LinkedIn for that. So Josh, no. Now think about that. People not gonna put their neck on the line and say, "Hey, go check out this person course if you want to go deep into AI." Like I said, Josh, cool guy. Like I said, he taught me. Hey, he stuck his neck out for everybody. You know, check out my post in here. It's a lot of posting here I did for the community. It's a lot of gems. But yeah, so there you go. Right there. It's Josh Madacor. He threw your boy, he threw me, say, go in, coach throw me in. He threw me in. All right, let's keep going. All right, let's see. Where we at? All right, how does OWASP apply to Agentic AI and LLM? Pretty much learning the top 10 OWASP is very important, at least for Agentic AI. I think I got a post on it. Let's see. I got a post on it. Let's see. That's an interesting poll. Everybody want to see the AI engineer role. I'm gonna do that next. That mock interview. And there's source code in there too. This is a good one. This right here, this ATS system, man, that used to be a pain in the butt. All right, yeah, here we go right here. This person here, they got the whole book PDF. The whole book PDF. This one right here. Yes. Download that, read it. If you don't feel like reading it, put it in an audio reader or text to speech and let it audio book it for you. But you're gonna need to know how to do this. But if you just can't, just read it anyway. So let's see. All right, so in this project here, this one, I put a honeypot deception system, a GRC engineering system, a SOC 2 audit editing evidence system, a red team scanner hacker system. I put all this in here. And I put security against the top 10 OWASP. If a person just were to only study this one, this right here, man, they'll be ahead of 99% of people. I put a long study guide in here and a short study guide. And this is all the source code. Let's go to the long study guide. I think it's like 80 some pages. Got the table of contents. And I wrote all this with ChatGPT. I had ChatGPT write this up. It can do a way better and faster job than me to write it. But I told it to go line for line, code for code. I told it to explain everything. Explain everything. And now I miss some stuff, but for the most part, if you already a coder, oh, you're gonna eat this up like your favorite candy and cake. Look, it got through all of it. All the important pieces of code, how it works, what's going on, what's this, what's that. And they go to source code, and it's a short version, just a short version or whatever. All right, next question. Let's see what we got. Yep, so we did 22 jobs and contracts and money. How you were able to land multiple remote jobs? Like I said, I don't go apply. I let the recruiters come to me, and then that's when I do my interview. I decide if I want to do the job. Most of the time, they already have decided they want me to come work for them. They just need me to come in and meet the team. And if it's something that I want to do, that's most of the time the case. So it's better to have recruiters coming after you, but you got a big following. This only took me maybe a year to get. What you do is you go friend 25 people 25 people a day. You're going to connect with 25 people a day. So say, okay, my feed. All right, where my feed at? Let's see. How you get to feed? I think you got to type in. So we're going to go to feed. I'm going to show y'all how to get connection, get your connections up. Only connect with people that are like active. Feed. What the heck? What is this? What the heck? What the hecky? Oh, there you go. All right. Here we go. Connections. No, here we go. Home. Here we go. Home. All right. Connect only with people that's sending likes. If they ain't liking, if they ain't commenting on other people's stuff, don't even send them a connection. Don't even do it. Don't even send them connection. AI automation. All right, like Big Fish. There go my boy right there. He know his stuff. He already out here grinding. All right, so let's go over here. So you got a few big fish. A big fish, I mean like somebody like AJ, you know, like all his people. Let's see, I'm gonna type in AJ. See, he got his connections open, but you don't know who all actually responding and doing stuff. So what you do, you go to his comments, his posts. It's just one example. You can go to any big fish, any big tech leader. Go in there. All right, who actually liking? Send all these people a connection. It's gonna take time. Well, I'm showing you how to get this money. The people that comments, send them. All you do is just right click and say open tab and just go through bam, bam, bam. You can knock out 25 in about 5-10 minutes, 15 minutes. So in a year, you might have 10,000 people. If you were to do it 6 days a week, you might have 9,000 to 10,000 people. You know, and leave comments, you know. Only if you spend 15 to 30 minutes a day on her. That's just one example. Let's see, like you got, who else you got on her? Let's see, we got, this guy here, he be spilling the beans about this guy been in AI for 50 years. I've known people been in AI for 40, 50 years. They be spilling the beans about what's really going on. And I studied his research papers. So say he got a big following. That's a newer post. So let's go to him. Let's go to him. See, he got, all right, so he loaded on that one. So yeah, I go through and like send all these people a connection. I just open tab, all these people connection. All the 16, oh yeah, if they come in, they gonna accept it back. But yeah, let's keep going. All right, let's see. Oh, your role full-time contract. I got 1 full-time, 2 contracts. All right, where do these jobs come from? Upwork, LinkedIn, recruiters. They come from LinkedIn, recruiters. We got a few from Upwork, Dice, Robin Half. So what I do, I put my job profile on every job platform. I don't care about scams, spammers, none of that. I don't care. And I put the same profile everywhere. I put my GitHub on there, and recruiters find me. Have I ever been scammed? No. I maybe had 1 or 2 people try to scam and try to get my contact information. Do I check? No, I don't. I just send them my resume. All this stuff is already open anyway. So all they gotta do, I'm just sending them this. So they really ain't got no information. All right, let's see. So we've been going for an hour. All right, yeah. So I'm gonna cut it off there. We stopped at, what should we stop at? Which one we stopped at? Oh yeah, we right here, jobs and contracts and money. Let's do one more. Do companies reach out to you, they reach out to me. Then I apply. How important is LinkedIn to GitHub? Very, very important. LinkedIn to GitHub. Very, very important. How much do Agentic AI contractors typically pay? Starting out, you might get paid $40 to $50 an hour. And once you get in, I don't charge no less than $150 an hour. If I do 120, I like the company and I want to see what they doing. So realistically, I would say your first job, you're gonna have to take a hit, $35, $45, $40. But once you get that under your belt, you can start throwing numbers like this. Now, if you ain't got nothing, some money is better than no money. Do I have to work a full 8-hour day? No. Everything's automated. I may work 5 hours a day total. And that's included with all my jobs. That's included with all my jobs. That's including all of them. How am I able to do that? Everything's automated. All I'm doing is pressing approve, checking behind the AI, make sure the AI ain't going crazy or cussing nobody out or deleting stuff, approve or not approve or reading stuff over. That's it. Anybody that know me, I'm hanging out. Most time my wife's sitting up under me, sitting up under me the whole day cuddling. The whole day sitting up under me, looking at me, laughing, hanging out, having a good old time. Yeah. Like I said, let's see. I'm gonna answer one more that might be good. Yeah, this is a good one. It's a good topic. Yeah, I've been, like I said, digital nomad. If you want to work remote, get you it's called a VPN router. I got those. A couple of my homeboys got those. And he had to go on a trip. His family had to go take care of some of his family members. So he had just got his cybersecurity job. He was like, man, what to do? I said, bro, get the VPN router. He had already listened and got it. So he had to set it up. And the boss thought he was just still in the States. He was in the Caribbean working. The boss was like, yeah, thank you. But yeah, so it's called a VPN router. You take it anywhere with you. Let's see if we can put it up. VP router. It's Amazon. It kind of look like that one, AWS. Let's see. AWS. So it's pretty much look like it's up under this company. But I think that's the new version. They got a new one. Yeah, that's a new one. I got this brand, but I got, let's see. Come on. Stop being shy. That's it. It pretty much look like this, but it's black. I think this the new version, updated John. But I got the black version of there, so it look like this. It's called a VPN router, and it's made by that company there. Like I said, but yeah. All right, so yeah, it make me look like I'm in the U.S. all the time. I don't tell the company nothing. Yes, I lie to them. I don't care. I don't feel bad. I rest good at night. I've seen the company fire many people for no reason. I've seen them fire people without warning. I see them hire their buddies that don't know nothing. I've seen people where they train a person that's finna replace them, then they fire them. How you gonna train somebody? You training the person, and then you get fired, and they replace you with the person that you train. Make it make sense. Make it understand. On that note, yeah, people. Peace out. You got any questions? Hit me up. Shoot me a message if you haven't already. Go join the free version if you ain't ready to pay for the Agentic AI project yet. I'm still giving out good information. Like I said, chopping it up. But yeah, peace out. Holla at me.